It's too much fucking work for me to do that shit.
Hmm?
It's too much work for me to blast out that damn link, man.
Wait,
Anyway,
where is it?
I
Yeah, what do you mean?
we just went live.
Okay, I see it.
All right. What's up, fellas? Welcome to the cut. Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Sunday. All that good stuff. I know everybody not getting to go to church or whatever, but church is where you make it. Anyway, because I know y'all ain't got nothing to do, we here today live bringing y'all straight foolishness. We got regular cast of characters, and I'm gonna just go through the round table, let them cats introduce themselves, but I'm gonna give you the names and whatnot. So of course it's me, Country Boy. I'm your producer. We got our guy Wicker Thurman over here, who is our resident expert on everything. At least he thinks so. We got Kung Fu Kenny, who is our female, which brings us a little bit of balance here because we need it. It's a lot of testosterone in this room. We got my man Rick the Ruler, who is here, who's gonna give us a single person, or at least he ain't married, perspective on things. And we got Bad Guy, who is always himself. Also here, she rides shotgun.
Shotgun.
Yeah, she over here riding shotgun. Anyway, so the main topic what we're going to talk about today is dating single parents and whether or not how you feel about that. How you feel about dating single parents? Is this shit cramp your style? Is it a pain in the ass? But before we do all of that, I'm gonna let these guys get things off their mind. They got something on their mind that they want to talk about. I'm gonna let them go ahead and express it. Because while we were in the green room, my man Rick the Ruler had had some opinions about Tiger King. So go ahead, Rick.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched Tiger King, I would say go check it out, but honestly, it's just hillbilly trash. Like it's the craziest thing I've ever seen with some of the most despicable people I've ever that they've ever cast on camera. Anyway, man, the thing is, I've been watching Tiger King, and I just I keep thinking that they let a meth head run like a tiger camp, so a whole sanctuary with tigers and big cats, a dude that is riddled with meth and no teeth. And none of his cast have any teeth are running this thing. And I just keep thinking they wouldn't let a black dude do that. There's no way that a black dude would get away with running a tiger zoo while on meth, or why not having any credentials? Because there's another dude on there who calls himself a doctor, but he's actually not a doctor. He's just some guy who loves big cats. And I just don't see anybody letting black people do that. And I just don't can somebody explain to me how that works? There's no policing, but things need to be policed. They were so if you guys haven't watched it in the first episode, they were some guy actually had a bunch of tigers or whatever, and it just got loose, or he let them loose on the town, and the cats had to have a shootout with a ton of exotic animals, bro. And do you think that shit would be possible if it was black people? We could just hoard big cats and lions and shit, and be come take these.
So I watched it also, and one of the takeaways I had from it is one, and if you guys not from the area, let me just say it's very Gastonia, and that means
everything. Straight up.
Why you gotta hit Gastonia like that, bro?
Hey, yeah, anybody from the local area knows what the hell that means. Anyway, so
why Gastonia?
You looking at it and you're watching Tiger King and you're like, yo, this dude ain't got no fucking teeth. And halfway through it, you realize this dude's not gay. He just gay from meth. He willing to do whatever it takes.
He's gay from meth.
This dude willing to do whatever it takes. I will supply you with meth as long as you don't have no morals. I'm like, word, this is how it goes down. The whole time I'm watching, I'm thinking, these dudes are unchecked. Nobody's peeping out for him. They got, he said one time he had 125 tigers, or maybe it was close to 200.
Yeah, it was 200 or something.
You got fucking 200 tigers and ain't no one worried about this. This is not a concern at all. This should be a fucking problem.
Oh, it's just Joe out there with big cats.
Tyrone
This is Joe. This is just old Joe.
It's just Joe with his big cats. This ain't
And the
nothing
crazy
funny
thing
out
is,
there.
am I the only one that think them people set him up?
Well, wait,
he definitely got set up.
oh, the other two?
Yeah, he got set up.
Yeah, by the other dude. By what? Yeah, you came over here and took over this man's whole farm. You don't know nothing about running farm. You done had a cast of convicts, got them living out here in trailers. Like, come on, bruh.
No, here's the thing about when you watch Tiger King. Everybody in this show is an asshole. There are no redeeming qualities. Anyone. Every single character in this show is a fucking asshole. It is
not a single good person on that show.
No,
bro.
it is not a single good person in this entire show. You watch it, you're like, oh, this is a fucking train wreck. These people are awful.
I'm watching this shit and I'm like, okay, so wait, this nigga not only has like this big cat show in Myrtle Beach, he's running a sex cult on top of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm like,
he's not paying them any money. They working from 12 to 12 for $100 a week. For $100 a week, nigga. And Carole Baskin is even worse. Carole Baskin has got volunteers. They work in 12-hour shifts for a fucking t-shirt, for a green t-shirt.
To put that on my resume, I worked here.
So I only saw the first episode and the beginning of the second episode, and then I tapped out. The train wreck had to end, but then I was told, no, you have to finish it.
No, you have to finish it. You have to finish it.
The problem is I left it on in the background while I was working from home one day, so I have seen a little bit too much, and everything in me does not actually want to pay attention to it. All I know is Joe keeps him a young one. I did pick
Yeah, he does.
And
he likes him young. He likes him
halfway paying attention. I was like, he got another little boy? What?
Yes, he does.
A young piece. I was like, wow, Joe. Okay. And I don't know, like, listen, for all I know, somewhere there is somebody black who got this going on. The only reason why I believe not is because I know I'm not wired that way. And I'm speaking for me because I know other black people are wired and are there to go to Myrtle Beach and to go see Joe and to go see the cats. I ain't ever going to Myrtle Beach looking at something where it's some big cats that ain't a zoo. And I'm going, yeah, I think I want to go there. I'm just not wired that way. But I have a friend, like, we went to Mexico and she wanted to go see the pyramids. And I ain't caring nothing about the pyramids because this is not Egypt. And so I'm like, okay, I didn't even know that there were some pyramids we were supposed to be going to see. But can I tell you,
pyramids in Mexico.
While we were riding through the jungle,
the Incas.
Okay, while we were riding through this jungle in Cozumel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
While I'm riding through this jungle where only one vehicle can go in a direction at a time, can I tell you, I can envision the people coming out of the jungle with the machetes, and I just kept telling myself on the way there, yeah, this is how you die. This is how it happened. Your friend wanted to go see pyramids you ain't even know existed. This is how it happens. So I'm aware that there are some black people who may think a big cat farm is not a bad idea. They just didn't get a documentary because there was no murder plot behind them. I would not be shocked if in 10 years we find out that Black Bubba has a cat farm.
Been out here shrimp boating and
Black Bubba would have his one tiger in a apartment in Queens.
Right.
I think that's the
look in the window.
I think that's the thing about it is that, like, you know, if black folks do something like this, we are so far off the grid and so, like, you know, all of our family, you know what, we don't fuck with crazy Uncle Joe. Oh, fuck no. We don't we don't go around him. We don't invite him to nothing. He's just an outcast. As a matter of fact, the only time Mama went over there was because they thought he was dead and somebody had to check on him. She drew the short straw. So he's probably back off in there doing his tiger thing, but don't nobody give a fuck and nobody is giving him any oxygen.
Just think about it. Before Netflix, you had never heard of Joe or the other people. This has been going on for forever.
Running for president, for mayor, governor.
Twist with a somebody came up missing. That's the only reason why. And somebody ran across this story and was like, "You lying? This is not real."
No, here's the crazy thing about Joe. Here's the crazy. Well, not just about Joe, about the space in Myrtle Beach. One, the space in Myrtle Beach is fucking expensive. That thing was. I looked the place up because I thought I heard him wrong when he was giving his pricing. No way he said $350. So I went on the website and it's $350 for the basic tour. That shit can get up to like $650, $700 if you want to take with a fucking tiger. I was like, I'm not
white by a tiger. I'm good.
Hey man, you know Joe's Pizza Shop was the best thing going. You want to go in there and get some of that old Walmart chicken pizza. He was working using old Walmart meat on the pizzas, the same food he was filling to the tigers. Like, nigga, this is that's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yeah, no,
if I want to see a tiger, I'll go to the zoo.
Oh yeah, he was paying. You know, he was paying his employees in meat too. They got first dibs.
That was Joe though.
I didn't see that part. They did get first dibs on the sketchy looking meat.
I get first dibs.
That shit was killing me, dog. I was like, all they money going to meth just collectively.
So this is my takeaway. And I still don't want to have to rewatch it, but my takeaway as they kept introducing new people in the first and second episode, I was like, wow, the island of misfit toys is a real place, because these are misfit toys, but they just real people. But if the island of misfit toys had real people, Tiger King is it.
It'll be the Tiger King.
My takeaway is that all these people were fucking assholes. Joe Exotic definitely got set up. Carol Baskins definitely killed her fucking husband. Like, that's 100%. Ain't no room for error here. I know he's somewhere. She too calm.
Somebody said something about they supposed to be having a reunion episode where they all get together.
Well, the homie without the teeth, the Gastonia dude without the teeth, he got new teeth now. He got new teeth now, so he good.
He got all new teeth?
Yeah, he got all new teeth now. Like, he got the whole real. I guess that Netflix money coming in, that Netflix check showed up. So now he living good.
Oh nah, it was his husband. His husband got new teeth.
Here's the thing. That dude, he had a baby and is married now to a woman. He married to a woman. Like, he was only gay for meth. Like,
only gay
for meth. Like, what?
Anyway. Yeah, I think somebody did say that like two of his husbands had never slept with a man before him.
Yeah, and he had rules. You couldn't leave.
And they were just like, oh man, I'm gonna fuck this old dude with a mullet.
Yeah, they say they was doing it for them trucks. He said he was buying everybody trucks. You want a truck? You get a truck. You get a truck.
Are you willing to suck a dick for a truck though?
No.
Listen, I ain't willing to entertain this shit at all for no amount of money.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just seeing where you at, where your mind at. Anyway, I guess we will move on to the topic at hand. The main topic for today is and I kind of Wicked Thurman helped me soften this up a little bit. It's not so gender specific, but basically, should you date single parents? And is dating a single parent, is that an issue? Does that change your future relationship with that person? So, like, basically, you meet a person like, oh, she cool, I like her. Oh, she got a kid. Maybe I just want to smash now. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I want to know your thought process, especially you, Rick, since you the closest one to not being married, even though I think you got a girl now. How do you feel about dating a girl who has kids? And at our age, is this even a realistic expectation of someone? Like, for you to think that now you're gonna meet a woman without kids, and I'm damn near 40, that's unreal.
Yeah.
There are a lot of us out here, by the way. I know dozens.
But that's another.
Found out about 50 for you right now. It's plenty of us who don't have any kids.
So we know how birth control works. We ain't playing these games.
Yeah, but my question to you is what's wrong with them? That's my only question. I'm just saying this. What's wrong?
You know what though? He did ask a question that we be thinking sometimes.
This is what it is: unlucky in love and poor choices.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with me I have been unlucky in love, and I have had poor choices. There is nothing wrong with me. And I know plenty of normal women who there is nothing wrong with them. They are over 30 and they don't have any kids. There is this little thing called birth control. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Oh.
Some of them, it actually comes in various forms. Shh, don't tell anybody else that. And like some people actually choose, this is a crazy choice, to not have kids until they lock down a more permanent situation. And that is still understanding that even after you lock down a situation, sometimes after y'all two sign on the dotted line, things change. But some of us just purposely go, because I have been asked, they were like, oh, so you ain't want no kids? And I was like, no, I ain't want no kids by myself. I want to be like when the baby goes, like, Wayne don't sound like my name. Wayne sound like me or you. So I'm like, this is me. I'm ready to be like, they calling you.
Your turn.
Hey. That's funny.
That's him. So, okay.
That's funny.
So basically what you're telling me is it's totally possible for you to be around our age, we're not even getting specific, and just felt like, bad examples. You felt like maybe you got your time wasted, and next thing you know, you're not where you want to be. It's not, let's say there's something's wrong with you. Is that you had a string of bad luck.
That shit didn't work out, and you was being responsible.
Yeah, shit didn't work out. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
I'm sorry, I can't apologize for not being somebody's first wife. I'm so sorry. What was I thinking? I could have been somebody's first wife by now.
So, Kenny, Rick, how do you feel about dating someone with kids? Is that a problem? Is that a deal breaker?
I wouldn't do it. I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but I wouldn't. I'm real about I don't really feel like dealing with your kid.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't. You say I can't do it. No, your kids ain't for me.
Well, because all right. So usually, when you date a girl who does already have a kid, the first thing she's gonna tell you is, my kid comes first, and that is the correct thing to say. Always correct. I have no problem with you saying that. That's really literally like how you're supposed to feel about it. So when you're like, yeah, my kid comes first, I'm already immediately like, yo, you know what? Like, your responsibility that I have right now is my bills and try to keep some plants alive. That's it. Like, you in a whole different stratosphere of responsibility than I am. And I am not ready to be on that level of responsibility, because as soon as, we in a real relationship and they like, all right, hey, can you go pick up little Kayshawn from wherever? Or, can you babysit Kayshawn because I got do something at work and some shit. Like, that's now on you, because you as a boyfriend can't be like, nah, man, I ain't taking care of that little motherfucker. Like, it's it. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You have no.
So I can't say that.
Yeah, now you invite responsibility on yourself that you had no, you know what I'm saying? You didn't even have.
And now you have responsibility. And what if she was to say to you, he's not your responsibility. Don't worry about him. Worry about us. He's not your problem.
Mike,
or she not
or better yet, have you ever just asked them, what do you mean by your kids come first? Because I see that there's a lot of people who they have a lot of variation in what they mean by my kid come first. And that to me is the real question. Like, where are you at on that spectrum of my kids come first?
I'm not asking you for specifics on that, to be honest with you. When you say that, I'm just gonna take it at what that statement means. That my kids come first. I don't need that. Well, I'm like, well, you mean if it's at 2 a.m. and he already in the bed, you think I can sneak over there? Like, I'm not asking shit like that. You just say your kids come first.
Well,
I got Tinder. I got, you know what I'm saying? I can actually go down in age. It's like at 30, I can be like, well, maybe I got the taste for 25-year-olds this week, or maybe I got taste for cougars. It don't really matter. I can always scroll up and down.
Okay.
Oh shoot! I'm gonna get this 23-year-old. She ain't got no kids. Let me get
man. I'm gonna fuck with this 35-year-old later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you single. You got options.
Or I'm gonna date this 45-year-old. Her kids is grown as fuck. So
yeah,
she's 45. Let me get that.
You don't walk over there and the nigga your age. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go over there.
Hey man, what your mama doing?
Exactly.
Hey, that motherfucker should know what the business is.
What you over here for my mama for?
Hey,
Yo.
crazy. You know what he probably do? He probably be like, you know what? Hey, mama, get yours. Walk off.
No, he be looking at you funny. If he in his 20s, he gonna think he can whoop you. Yeah,
exactly.
Ain't no need for you to be in here.
I don't know what kind of.
He 13, 14, he don't care.
If Ryan or Jay or Rick show up to my mama house, I'm gonna pull up. Like, nigga, why are you here? You're not smashing my mom. You gotta roll. You have to roll. Like, now that I know you're here, I can't leave.
Wait. But you know us. That's the reason why you would do this. So you mean to tell me if your mama said, "Hey, bro, I got some company coming over," you gon'
You could be a physical representation of anyone. Well, I'm just saying you guys because you're here, but you could be anybody. If I see you and you are not of equivalent age of my mom, if she like 20 or 15 or whatever years older than you, I'm gonna be like, nigga, why the fuck are you here?
Nigga, like, you know what I'm here to do.
And now,
exactly.
Nigga, how you like these eggs?
Maintain that plumbing on that thing, dog.
You want to ask that?
You gotta roll. You gotta roll.
That's
What
right. You don't.
What you gonna do?
Your mama is grown as fuck. You gonna get the fuck. Okay, that's fine. And he gonna pull around the corner, and then once you go, your mama gonna call him and be like, "Hey, bro, that nigga gone. Come on back over."
Don't worry about him.
Because I am not aware of that shit.
Don't worry about him. He'll be gone by 20 minutes.
Look, I gave him a pie. He gone, baby.
I'm gonna circle back and knock the cobwebs off that thing.
I'm gonna circle back around. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna bust this block for you. You cool, bro. Just go ahead and do you. Now when I come back over there, I'm gonna break your mama back out twice as bad for you being over there. I'm gonna put in that work down because of you.
I wasn't aware though. I'm good now because I didn't know. I didn't see.
Now your mom walking around all crooked and shit because of you. You shouldn't have did that.
I'm still pulling up. If I catch you, I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you.
That's the thing though. The thing is, so the nigga staying there, and you went over there and caught his mama bad. Like, really, he gonna get the benefits because she gonna get that good breakfast that next morning. You know, that wake up. Oh, I'm feeling great this morning. You want eggs, baby?
She gonna do it. She gonna be extra nice to you too because of you. Thank you. As a matter of fact, I might thank you because now she doing all kinds of extra shit to make up for you being an asshole. So now she all rubbing my back and feet and shit and all kinds of good stuff. Thank you. Know what?
I think y'all just gave Country Boy a visual he did not need.
He asked for it. He literally asked for it.
That's none of that.
He shouldn't have been like that.
I will say this. I probably did ask for it, but that didn't change my outlook on it at all. Like, I'm still feeling like, nigga, I'm gonna pull up. Like, if I meet you, the last guy that my mom dated, where they were the same age, and I'm like, you cool, you got gray hair, I'm okay with that. But if we like the same age, nah, that's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. It's always.
She don't want your old ass nigga. It should be like my age.
In the days of COVID, everybody got gray hair. The celebrities got gray hair. I'm like, ooh, Kevin Hart. Whoa. Whoa. Did he?
Wow. Y'all see the comment over here? She just letting people go. Talking about the baby didn't call her mama. She's like, oh no, this relationship ain't gonna work for me. I ain't your mama, baby. No.
Hey, I'll just be honest with you. Like, yo, kids of a certain age, I wouldn't fool with their mamas either. Yo, if you got some kids that's like 4, 3, shits like that, now you can go on.
The best
thing though, I mean, kids is cool. Like, they funny and all that. I just don't know how to take care of you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Nah, they ain't funny. They fucking gets on your goddamn nerves.
I'm sure.
Yeah, for me,
take your 4-year-old on. I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'd have to if I got back out in the dating world. You got to have kids because I ain't having no more. So I'm glad you need to go on and have yours already out the way. So mine 16, 17. Yours at least got to be above 10. That way we can, you already know how to do everything. I'm just here providing an extra check and some guidance. You know what I'm saying? Just
Look,
if you ain't got no kids, I can't mess with you. I ain't pumping out no 1 year.
I don't even want to provide no guidance, bro. I want some 14, 15-year-olds, and I'm gonna
you still got to guide them. You got to guide them all through college. They ain't done until they about 24, 25. You still gonna be teaching them.
No, because I'm gonna let you know the first time this cat come, I'm just leaving, bro. I catch you. I'm out. Your kids, I can't.
I'm just here for your mama, man. I ain't really got nothing to tell you.
Yeah, right. You think I'm gonna deal with some of that?
So you got F
shit.
So you got F today. Yeah. Mama told me to come in and talk to you, but I ain't really got nothing to say to you, man. Listen, I'm just fucking your mama. That's all I'm doing.
I met your mama. So you were F student before I met your mama. I don't know what you.
I can't really turn that around.
Look, I'm gone, bro. I'm not finna have no little. Why you over here trying to take my mom out? Look, hey, Sue, I'm gone. I holler at you later. I go. I don't want your back ass kid.
Both of you guys have kids. You wouldn't expect the same level. You wouldn't expect someone you to date. Like, let's say you weren't married or you got divorced, right? You got kids. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't expect someone to respect you the same way. You looking at it, you like, nigga, I don't want to deal with your fucking kids. Nigga, you got.
Yes, I would want a female to be like, hey, bro, I'm not raising your kids. And I would be like, I am totally cool with that. My kids already got 2 parents. That's not what I got you here for. I got you here for some non-parental things.
No, I mean, I like you said, I would want you to, like, you're gonna meet my kids. You got to be at least respectful and talk to them in a decent manner. You ain't necessarily got to be financially responsible for them or giving them the guidance, but I expect you to be able to. You know what I mean? I ain't like you said, Ryan. What happened to I'm dating? I'm only having higher level relationships. What happened to that, Ryan? Well, I'm only dating people that's of a certain level. These people, if you date somebody that's on that level that you ain't just fucking, they got to be at least with some kind of sense.
Why? But so, I mean, why they got to be involved with my kids? You ain't got to be involved
because they involved
with
you.
That's not what I asked you.
Well, you ain't gonna never have your kids around.
But probably not, because I can manage my time. I got a calendar.
So wait, no, you think about it. You live with this person now. They live with you. Y'all together. So when the kids come up to the house to see you,
ain't no guarantee that I'm gonna be living with you like.
Oh, so you ain't having them higher level relationships no more now. Now you just having those low level relationships that you was talking about. You don't do. At first you don't do low level relationships. Now you doing low level relationships.
Why does a high level relationship require us to have to move in and cohabitate together?
That's what it eventually leads to, right? Y'all both physically responsible people. Why we got 2 houses?
It don't have to.
We can rent one of them joints out and make money off of it.
It don't have to. I am a grown ass man at this point in time in my life, and I deserve my own space. And I will keep my own space.
Why you in a relationship?
I see fit to dismiss my own space. And that my own space is my own space. Why I gotta be all moving in with some chick like that? I ain't gotta do that. I'm grown.
So y'all been together 10 years, just living separate.
It's possible. Dealing with me, it's possible, bro. Look, we're not 20 no more. We ain't got right.
She fucking you and the other dude.
Hey, that's fine. As a matter of fact, that might be fine with me too. That's less money out of my pocket. So you tell me I ain't gotta give it a 1-bedroom apartment. I ain't gotta have like this big ass house and shit like that. I might be cool with that. That's the point I'm at in my life right now.
Yeah,
I'm 40.
You see on Instagram stories, her across the table with some dude with tattoos, or her some basketball game. You know she don't like basketball like that.
So, okay, do any of you guys would you want to be Russell Wilson in this situation? Any of you guys want to be Russell Wilson? You meet a lady, she got a kid, baby daddy ain't shit. You picking up the slack. Now you super dad. Now you fucking super dad. You done changed his name. He little future Wilson.
Russell Wilson had a kid too.
Yeah, he got kids. They got kids together now. But he be out here. I saw on Sporting News the other day. Sporting News was like Russell Wilson training with his son. Nigga, that's not your son. That's future son.
No. Russ got another kid with a white girl before. I think didn't he have a kid with a white girl?
I don't think they had.
No,
he was married before, and that dude, wasn't a handbasket. But I don't think they had any kids out of that relationship.
Oh, okay.
No, he just took what you call kid. It's his kid now. He got two Russell Wilson.
Hey, it's my kid now.
It's his stepchild technically. So I'm like, this is to me how I look at this, because it always cuts both ways. Like that whole stepmother, wicked stepfather situation. It's like, what else do you want to call him? Like technically that is Future's. I mean, well, it is Future's biological son. Technically, it is Russell Wilson's stepson. So it's still his son. He lives in his house. He eats his food. He wears his clothes. Like, why do you want him to be like, this is Russell Wilson and his wife's son? Like, what do y'all want him to be called? Like, if Russell Wilson only took his 2 kids with, well, about to be 2 kids with Sierra, if they were only taking them out and you never saw the other child, then people would take issue with Russell Wilson. So it cuts both ways. Like, what else is he supposed to call him? Like, what else is he supposed to do with him? He's not supposed to ignore him. He's supposed to be an active part in his life. Like, he's just a bonus dad. Like, Jada Pinkett Smith is a bonus mom. Like, Trey had a mama.
Hey.
Jada ain't his mama. She's just a bonus mom. She was around since the boy was a little boy.
And that works for some people. And for those people, it's cool. For me, that's not gonna be my role.
Like you say, maybe if I was Russell and I ain't had no kids, and then I met you and you had a kid, it's fine because we probably gonna have some more kids, right? But at the age that I'm at now, where I already have a child, I just need you to have your child, and we ain't having no more, and we'll be good. I'll help you raise them for a certain point. I just don't want no babies.
I'm not helping
I can't deal with no babies no more.
Hell no, I'm not helping you raise. I'm not no stepdad. Fuck that shit.
But you want to step? But you gonna have some stepmamas. You already got kids, so if you're dealing with somebody else,
no, she is, and I will let her know off rip. You don't have to mama them. You don't have to even interact with them, bro.
What kind of person you know what? Is somebody out there? I'm lying. There's always somebody out there that will take that role.
They'll be like, appreciate it, take that deal. So they say do that, and we ain't ever got to meet. And okay, but they well taken care of. And your ex-wife or your baby mama actually is responsible, and I ain't got to hear no drama about why she a baby mama. Cool, somebody will take that deal. Absolutely.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure some of Kung Fu Kenny friends would take that deal, right? They would be glad.
She got a fleet of them.
I do have a fleet. It's like, I know plenty of single women who are over 30, over 40, who do not have any kids, who are well established and are not crazy.
Not crazy. To the leg crazy.
Next question is: are they hot though? That's the question that we propose now. Are they hot? That's the key.
They're not ugly women. It is not. Well, you going well now, Kenny? You know why she now? Come now.
She a little homely. She a little strong in the face. She alright. You know, if you look at sideways, you might get a side profile.
In a minute, we're gonna have us a whole side commentary from Baby. Me, of we gonna call it that at one time I dated a felon.
I know, right? We don't even talk about that one time. We got to have you on here.
You got to get on here and tell these felon stories.
Exactly. We need to hear these felon stories.
I mean, like, she done went in ham. She done told us all about this relationship with these 2 kids from this felon, and they was, oh man, that's email us. Give her the email address. Email that shit. We'll read that shit.
I mean, hit me on Twitter. Yeah, hit me on Twitter. Be me on Twitter. I want to hear all about it.
You're going to get added in. We can put you in the waiting room and get these felon stories.
So, all right. So you're telling me that you don't want that. Okay, if someone was a Russell Wilson, be Russell Wilson to your kid, and you're like, what are they going to do? I want them to be nice to my kid, but also, I mean, he out here changing his last name and he being super nice. And I understand that Future is hard to root for because he's a despicable
right. Person. He ain't doing the right shit.
He ain't doing the right shit. But basically, what I'm saying is you had a guy and he out here playing daddy to your son. You like, nigga, you not his daddy. This is a problem. Are you okay with him with this, or do you feel like, nigga, he got one daddy? I don't need you to do all of that. You can. You don't got to bonus dad.
Look, it's dictated by the future in this, the future character in this role, and see, that to me is what I wouldn't do. Is like, I'm not gonna just have a kid out here and just let that motherfucker flap in the wind, right? Because I know a lot of cats who just let that motherfucker flap in the wind, don't give a fuck. So that's where a Russell Wilson has the opportunity to step in and change the game. Now, me, not dealing with that. I'm not finna be stepping to that type of relationship and fool with anybody on that level, bruh.
Yeah, but at the same, like you say though, but on the level of it depends on the woman. If like you say they moved in together, the child staying with them, you can only hope that the person that your child is interacting with on a regular basis is a nice person like that, right? Where to the point where if they go out, they take the kid with them, and then when you go get him, you take him out too. So your kid is, like you say, is getting that bonus of having two dads almost, because everybody actually treat them right.
No, I'm sorry. I was hurt by the future looks like an anteater comment. That hurt me. Oh
he
my
do
God.
look like an anteater.
Statement. To me, the thing is, like, the world got upset because Russell Wilson was in this child's life, but I didn't see where Future was like, "Hey, he got a daddy. I don't need." It's not like Future and Russell Wilson were in a beef. The world was mad. But I'm like, how you mad at Russell Wilson because there are opportunities for him to be seen with this boy? Future is not an unknown person. It's not like he's big at the grocery store. Like, he has plenty of opportunities that he could have been photographed with his son too. He could have been out here living his best life with his son too. And
exactly.
I mean, Future got quite a few kids. It's at least 7.
He can take them all out.
That is
other kids who with not famous people he need to take care of.
Right. And see, that's the key, is that, like, yo, if you left this void, you left this opportunity. So when you leave this opportunity, you can't get mad because somebody take that opportunity and swack your ass.
I feel like I can certainly get mad about that shit. Like, I feel like, nigga, stop trying to play daddy. Like, you're not his daddy. Like, even if I ain't shit.
He playing daddy, but you ain't being daddy at all.
No. Even if I ain't shit, I feel good about this.
But he's not playing dad. He is this kid's dad because that nigga left that void.
He ain't dead. His daddy is not dead. His daddy is still alive.
Might as well be if you ain't showing up.
Left the void.
Do we know that though? Do we know that he is not seeing his kid? Like, all we know
we do. Because if he was seeing his kid, this wouldn't be happening.
All we know is what Russell Wilson and Sierra tell us.
But if it wasn't like that,
anything from Future. We're not telling us nothing.
But if Future was there, then there wouldn't be this void.
So now the question is, even if there is no void, what's the problem for the child getting this bonus dad?
No, we're talking about all the name change and all the other extra stuff that Russell.
His mama changed her last name, so the child changed his last name.
Yeah, but that's fine. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's tax.
Yeah, but you don't. But that only happens if there's a void there. Because, like, are you gonna let somebody change your kid last name?
If I'm slacking like that, yeah. If I'm not,
exactly. So
it won't be a reason.
No, we're talking about
put up a fight for his son's last name.
Right.
Where was the fight? Where was the fight not to change the kid's last name?
That's what we're saying, is that there was a void.
Wait, first of all,
gave two flips in order for that to happen.
Here's the other question too, though. Did the child have Sierra's last name, or did he have Future's last name?
He had Future's last name.
That's a good question.
He had Future's last name.
You sure?
Yeah, the baby was named Baby Future. You don't think it was? You think you're gonna name a kid after Future and then not give me a
Future probably didn't sign the birth certificate.
Oh,
damn!
Come on, let's not act like this is not normal.
How would you name him after someone and he wasn't there?
But again,
hey, listen, this happened to me. I know it personally. My first name Jerry, but my last name ain't my dad's last name. Me and my dad got the same first name, but we ain't got the same last name.
Why would you do that though? That don't make no sense.
You gotta talk to my mama. I ain't had nothing to do with that.
No, because if you're not married,
maybe she only liked them half the time.
You can do some
that ends that argument. It ends that argument. You won. You won that round. Damn it.
I don't know. You got to talk to women about it. I don't know. My mama did that. She said, I'll give you half his name.
You didn't have, yeah. Okay. All right.
Hey, that's that gap that's left. You leave gaps, slide in. I don't know what y'all. Hey, that's been true since whenever you leave a gap, and nigga slide in.
I'm like I think changing the kid's last name is some bullshit. I think it's some bullshit, some fuck shit.
Then I say his daddy should put up a fight, and if his daddy don't care, why should I be mad?
Right.
I can't be mad if his daddy ain't mad. I definitely ain't mad.
Because I would have been all up in the courthouse. What you not finna do is change his last name.
Is change the kid's last name, Kenny?
Say that again.
Would you change your kid's last name? Let's say he was like, this nigga ain't shit. I don't feel like even being associated with it. I'm not with it no more. I don't feel like he should be associated with it no more. Would you change his last name?
Well, if you dead in his life, you might as well be dead on the paper too. Like if you ain't around, like let's just dead that whole situation. And it's somebody else who's taking an active role in your life and molding you into the person you're supposed to be. And the sperm donor is not. So why we need the sperm donor's name on you? I mean, and especially as young as this boy is, it's like he ain't even in school writing that last name yet. It's not like he been writing it for like 10 years.
He don't know no better
now
nowhere.
Coming in the 12th grade talking about this your new last name. I mean,
yeah.
Like,
this who his biological daddy is.
Cut it all early on in life.
He left that gap, like I said before, man. You leave a hole, a nigga slide in. It don't take much. I don't know. Look, we all learned that in college. You know what I'm saying? You turn your back, another nigga will slide behind you and get that.
That's high school. But your shit is writing their last name, and they in school writing that last name, and they know what it is, and this other person is raising them, but this is their name. Then I wouldn't change it. If you two and you ain't never written your name, and your daddy is dead in your life, even though he's still alive, and somebody else wants to raise you, and somebody else wants you to have their last name, and the deadbeat dad is deadbeat enough where he don't even care when I tell him this, what we talking about?
Bye, boo-boo. Bye.
What we talking about? Right. I'll at least be decent enough to say, hey, this is the situation. Do you care? I'll give you a chance to fight for your child's last name, girl or boy. And you don't care about your son having your last name? I really don't care.
And we're not talking about some broke ass motherfucker either here. We're talking about Future who got a little paper. So it's not like he didn't have every opportunity to fight whatever was going down.
I mean, the thing about Future is that Future is very hard to root for. I remember reading an article where Future was like, my kids got to understand it's the price to be paid for having a Future superstar dad. And I'm like, nigga, your fucking 3-year-old doesn't give a shit that you're a rapper. He doesn't give a fuck you're a rapper. He doesn't care. He just knows whatever Future's real name is. I don't know.
Nadavius.
Nigga Future. What is it?
Nadavius.
About Future. That's horrible. Don't do yourself like that. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Do something a little more lighthearted. We're gonna play one gotta go. One gotta go. Yeah, no.
Which one we doing? Let's go, bro.
All right. We're gonna do the food one. I thought the food one was fun.
Which food one?
I think you gonna pull it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah,
because like I had one that I liked.
All right. So one gotta go for ribs, steak, shrimp, or fried chicken. You're gonna tell me which one you gotta go, and we're gonna discuss it. And if you discuss any of the other foods, that's fine too. But I want to know which one on this list gotta go and why.
Ribs. It's ribs, dog.
Why? Why ribs? Why were you so quick with ribs too?
Because man, ribs. I feel like ribs don't got like. There's a lot more to eat than steak is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta feel around, take ribs out. You know what I'm saying? Like take the bone out, then get a little piece. Take the bone out, then get a little piece. Like it could be good, but
that means so tender and just melt in your mouth.
You need the right fall off the bone rib. You done had the wrong ribs in your life. Wrong ribs in your life.
Wrong ribs.
If it ain't fall off, you can't go.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Of course you can, but still, it just ain't the same as a good steak. I still love some shrimp. It's a fried chicken as a staple. Ribs can go, bro.
Nah, that steak can get straight on up out of here. Listen, you got to do too much work to it for this old bland piece of ass meat. I don't care how expensive it is, how well you have these people prepared. If you leave a little pink, if you take no pink, if you have a whole lot of red, that shit, you still got to chew it, and it's still like the best way you can eat this is with no sauce. Fuck that. I want sauce on I want all my food seasoned. Listen,
why you not?
You can't get rid of shrimp. The shrimp is delicious. You definitely can't X out fried chicken because fried chicken is delicious. And then you get the right baby back ribs that falling off the bone. Only thing you got left over is a raw ass piece of steak. I don't need none of that.
Dude,
none of that.
One. There's a whole genre full of food. It's called a fucking steakhouse for a reason. All they cook in there is steak. You know why that is? Because steak is fucking delicious. Steak is the creme de la creme of meat.
No.
I can eat steak. I can eat a steak every goddamn day. A good steak, you don't need
Every
nothing
day.
on it.
Every day.
Little herb, butter.
Right.
You
Okay. Good marbling.
I gotta
nigga.
I gotta side with Ricky. Didn't you say drop ribs?
Yeah, we're taking ribs out. Ribs
I
gotta
gotta side
go.
with Kenny. I think
there's no disrespect.
I think
they gotta go.
I think I'm gonna drop ribs. Ribs gotta go. Cause think about it. Steak pretty much is fundamental. You could do a lot of stuff with steak, and I probably could mimic ribs with steak. I can mimic that shit. So like if I
No,
cook
you can't.
a,
You can't turn the steak
yeah,
into ribs.
Just turn.
I can mimic steak with ribs because think about it. Ribs, you put a little seasoning on it, you put some sauce in there, you can mimic that shit with steak.
It don't bite the same.
Think about it. Ribs ain't nothing but the low class part of steak. That's basically what ribs is, the low class part of steak.
That's the best part of the cow.
You can't do anything with shrimp. Shrimp you can't replace, and fried chicken you can't replace. I can replace ribs because I can mimic that with other stuff.
I can replace shrimp with any other piece of seafood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be okay. I ain't got to have shrimp.
Oh nah.
Like shrimp was the one that was almost on the list, but I just really don't care for steak.
Wait a minute. And so is that the
I'm a chicken
criteria
dude.
though? Is that like if we can replace, you can find a substitute for shrimp? Because yes, if you really want to, you can eat lobster versus eating shrimp.
Crab legs.
Really wanted to.
Yeah, they could. If that was crab legs right there.
Lobster ain't
Right.
the same as shrimp though. Like
I
lobster
thought-
is
You
not
are correct. It is not the same. I'll take a couple lobster tails over that.
Hell
shrimp.
yeah, all day long. Them lobster
No,
tails hit
but-
different.
But what I'm saying is that like you could actually fry some lobster tail pieces and it would mimic what shrimp tastes like, right?
No, it's way better.
How is that
The
even-
lobster tail is
Big
way
old
better.
piece
You know how
of
expensive
meat
that is?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that lobster tail is better. But I'm like, bro, I can't just go out the Harris Teeter and find lobster tail like that.
because it's superior to that shrimp that could go. That bottom feeding shrimp that could go. Right. You correct.
Well, like, and that's the thing too is that like,
Wait,
yo,
I was
what
like,
if
wait
I-
a minute now.
what
Hold up.
if I replace shrimp with crawfish? You could literally do the same thing
I don't
with
fuck with crawfish like that no more.
Nah.
I'm gonna let you know right now.
What? No. Them shrimp can go. And I like your suggestion. I choose to replace it with lobster.
That's what I'm saying. It's like shrimp, I think, is the one thing that like I can actually find a legit substitute for, and nobody would be.
Only reason I chose to keep the shrimp is because you can put it in so many. That's why you got to let the steak go. Everything else you can season. You can season it with so many different ways. Steak is just one thing.
You need
Everything else can have it got all kind of flavors to it.
There are different levels of steak, bro. You got New York
I've-
strip, you got
I've
a
eaten-
T-bone, you got filet mignon.
I'm telling you, I've eaten all these things really, really expensively, really, really cheaply, and steak still is just secondary to chicken.
Now listen.
I'd rather have a piece of chicken.
I don't know.
You said anything about the chicken though. Like nobody. Mike, was you gonna take chicken out?
Hell no. Matter of fact, before y'all get cranked up, let me go ahead and do mine. Number one, I'm getting rid of shrimp. Like I like shrimp. It's okay, but it is not on the same level as anything else on this list. And let's not even talk about the fact that shrimp is a fucking sea bug. It's a goddamn water bug. It's a goddamn water spider bug. That is not real goddamn meat. That crab, shrimp, crawfish, lobster, they are water bugs. That shit is fucking disgusting. And that vein in the middle of it is not a goddamn vein. It's poop. It's goddamn poop. I can look at it and see it. It's fucking disgusting. Okay?
I mean,
fucking disgusting. Like you didn't devein it. You took the doo-doo out of the damn shrimp. It's nasty. It's goddamn nasty. All the rest of that stuff is apex. It's the top level of its position. Ribs is amazing. Steak is amazing. Fried chicken, and then shrimp is like, I could take it or leave it. I don't really give a fuck.
well, see, that's the problem.
That's steak.
That's the
Steak
problem.
Steak is
You
trash meat.
No, it is not. You can actually replace shrimp with other fish. Like, for instance, if I was to replace shrimp with some catfish,
I can
nobody
replace that
would
steak with
complain,
some ribs.
right?
To me, it comes down to it. Like, if I can have a private moment with it in my home, then it must stay. And there's certain things where I'm like, I can't eat this out in the street. Like some good ribs, what I can't do is eat that up in here.
Okay,
I need to have a private moment.
I feel that.
I need to have a private moment with these ribs to clean that bone. I need to have a private moment with this fried chicken. And I need to have a private moment with what I'm about to do, the surgery with this ribeye that I'm about to work. And yeah. Now shrimp, ain't no private moments.
Nah, it's not.
No private moment.
But it's delicious when you having that moment. You can have that moment out anywhere. You ain't got to be at home. You can experience that shrimp moment anywhere.
That's true.
And because I can do it anywhere, I can let that shrimp go.
That's the other part, though. That's the other thing about ribs. You know, you can't just go out for lunch and get ribs and bring it back to the office and think you're gonna be all right.
That's right.
You don't have to take a guess. You're gonna be like, man, now look, am I gonna show these white people this
this word? You gonna show them this word?
Are they cool with me being ethnic? You know what I'm saying? Because you got some ribs in your hand. You know it's gonna get ethnic. Nah, man, no. I don't want to have any kind of food and stay on there while I can.
You don't feel that way about chicken?
Around everybody.
You don't feel that way about chicken? You don't feel weird eating chicken around white people?
No.
I live in the South, Mike. Everybody eat fried chicken.
Yeah, you can eat chicken. You can
eat
chicken clean. You can't eat ribs clean. I'm sorry.
I don't like how y'all be worried about white folks looking at y'all. Listen, I be having shit all on my forehead, barbecue sauce running down. I don't give a fuck. I paid for this. I'm finna enjoy this whole meal.
What's going to happen? Your guy, the guy that Rick sitting next to you, like, I knew it. He loves it. Look at it.
Right, immediately. He's like, that fucking dude. I just knew it.
I mean,
and I'm the one that'll hand you a bone. You want one of these? No.
That's what I was saying about ribs, but ain't no way to eat ribs without you looking like a savage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a straight, what you call a straight caveman. Look, I done leaned all the way back in the chair.
Hell yeah.
That whole bone.
Oh, man.
Your respect. That's right. You gonna have that private moment. You get elbows deep in it. Okay. That's right.
Okay.
You slanging them bones with the ribs.
I had a private moment with a steak before too, eating it like a fucking caveman. I ordered a steak one time. I was like, yo, give me the biggest steak you had. And you know, if you get it to go, you don't have no proper silverware. You got a fucking plastic knife and fork. You can't eat a steak
with no plastic knife and fork.
So I ate the shit with my hands, like my goddamn ancestors in there. In my drawers, eating my steak with my hands.
My question was it a New York strip? Was it a T-bone? What kind of steak was it? That's my
question. It is the best steak they make. A fucking bone-in ribeye. There's nothing better than a bone-in ribeye. Nothing.
Outlaw.
Nothing. Wait. It depends. I have had a New York strip.
Yeah.
It's pretty good if you get a New York strip. And the only reason, especially if you get one that's got a low-fat content to it, and especially if you cook it on a charcoal grill.
I like that fat though.
I need that fat to cook with.
I don't want no fat. I'm getting filet mignon if I don't want no fat.
Yeah.
I want fat. I want a ribeye. And give me that bone.
That's our favorite steak is the filet mignon. I'll be looking at look at that. It tastes like rubber.
A little dry ass piece of meat.
If it's cooked well, it's worth it. But I would prefer a ribeye. Or if I'm not eating it by myself, then I want a porterhouse.
Oh yeah. Well, here's my question, though, right?
You know, I'm gonna be judged if I order a porterhouse.
Well, if you go out on the first date, are you gonna get the ribs?
No.
No. Want a second date?
First, second, third, repeat dates. The bad guy eating whatever he want to eat. Listen, I will be listen. The bad guy be over. Hey, look, I'm at the date like this. Did you get enough to eat? I'm thinking about ordering me something else. I'm gonna get me something to go.
Hey, this dude is letting you know what you're getting into. That's what he doing. He letting you know what you're
I am not fake at all.
You are in for this shit.
He's not getting no goddamn ribs.
I ain't trying to.
This is on.
If you're thinking about it, if you're like, damn, these dudes look good. I get something to go. You ain't getting it right.
Listen, I ain't never been one to feel like I got to fake for somebody. If I ain't that dude, I ain't that dude. I'm gonna be eating it so good you gonna wish you ordered it. If you mad at me because you didn't order it.
A girl never cares what a guy orders. If a guy orders a salad, then I'm concerned.
Hey,
Right, but
because
you like, damn nigga with the ribs. I mean,
because you know that nigga fake. That's the reason why.
Why'd you order a salad?
You know that nigga fake. You like this fake? You like this fake motherfucker is fronting in front of me. He trying to sell me something I don't want to buy.
I don't.
Be out there with that barbecue sauce all on my jaw. You better get your napkin and wipe it off for me. Hey, baby, you got something on your jaw. Oh, thank you. I ain't even know that was there.
What's your go-to steak restaurant? Everybody seems to like steak. What
except
place except for you. You fucking weirdo. What's your go-to steak restaurant? And then on the flip side, where's the place where you ordered a steak and it was trash?
Oh, hell
since
no.
I got to participate.
Ruth's Chris, I was mad because, like Bad Guy said, they were like, "This is a Ruth's Chris steak," and I'm like, "Yeah, what a steak?
And it's trash.
Butter.
And it is trash. I've had plenty of steak.
It was. I was highly disappointed. I go to Ruth's Chris and I get the stuffed chicken.
Ooh, you went to a steakhouse and ordered the chicken. Somebody doing something wrong. Somebody doing something wrong.
They need some new cooks
with this clarified butter and no flavoring. No seasoning and just some clarified butter, thinking that I'm supposed to be tearing up a steak and just some clarified butter. Like you ain't put no herbs in the butter.
They're like that. They were just like that.
No crushed black pepper.
Nothing.
Besides my backyard, the best steak that you can probably get would come from, I would say, Logan's Roadhouse.
Logan's and Longhorn, dog.
Yeah.
Longhorn get down. Longhorn.
Logan. I ain't never let me down.
Y'all like Chima's?
One Friday.
Chima's?
I haven't been to Chima's. I've been like every
gotta
time.
get all the meat. Listen, you can just keep sampling. Bring me this cut. Bring me that cut. Let me get a little cut of that and a little cut of this. Y'all ain't no real meat eaters. Y'all don't understand. Y'all out here getting one piece of meat. Listen, you gotta go to the Brazilian steakhouse and just let them keep feeding you meat.
That's all.
I don't like Chima's because at times what they can do is they can overcook the meat because they take it back through there to recycle it.
And you know what you tell that dude? Hey man, go get me another one of them. That one ain't right.
Hey, them cats blitz you with food. That's one thing I like about Chima's is you go to Chima's and Chima's gonna get you in and out in like 25 minutes because he gonna be like, here, you want this? You want this? You know I want this shit, nigga. Put this shit on my plate. And then next thing you know, it's been
full as hell.
I would say,
how much is it? I can't remember how much. I've never been there. How much is it?
Chima's is about $50, $60. It's
$60 a person.
Chima's has the ambiance, but Brazos, whatever. The one across the street is better. It's a little bit cheaper. It doesn't have the ambiance, but they season their food better than Chima's.
Really? I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yeah, you check it out. It's dope. So for me, at least the best steak I've had was Sullivan's. Sullivan's Steakhouse is our go-to spot where we go. And I've been to the Palm and Capitol Grill and Del Fresco's and Ruth Chris and all those places. Matter of fact, we went to Ruth Chris and it was exactly the way Kenny mentioned it, where they was like, this is a Ruth Chris steak and we put it in the oven at 500 degrees and we put it in cereal with butter. And I'm like, yo, this don't taste like nothing. Like I made better steaks in my backyard than this shit. Like I don't know what's wrong, but it ain't right. It ain't quite right.
Missing something.
We went to Del Fresco's, and Del Fresco's is weird because Del Fresco's is Sullivan's sister restaurant, and I don't know what happened that day, but they could not figure out how to make my wife's steak medium. That thing came out like rare, and I don't know if you ever had a rare steak, but the difference between rare and medium in terms of texture is like a whole different ball game. It's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. It's all chewy. You're like, why does it taste like this? Like this damn thing is still alive. This cow is still alive on my plate. This is nasty.
I mean, I only wanted a little bit more than that though. Like I like medium.
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, you know,
I don't mind a little pink in my meat, but like I don't need red. That's a no-go for me. Like pink, I don't mind. Red, no-go.
we discovered fire for a reason.
If you get bone in, the closer you get to the bone, that part is going to cook irregular from the outside. So it's possible you might have some red near the bone. I'm not gonna get mad at that. I know there's a reason for that. But if I order like a New York strip, and I cut this joint open and it's red in the middle, and I told you shit supposed to be medium, like nigga, I need you to fix this. Like this is not what I ordered. This is like this cow is still moving. You know what I'm saying? It's not cold.
They got to make a light on these people, man. Tell them medium well.
Right.
Oh, that make trash steaks is Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse steak don't taste like shit. It just tastes like they took a piece of meat and put it on the grill, and you get it. You're like, you ain't put no salt or no pepper or nothing on this bitch. Like this, Texas, it's like steak in your name, and you.
Like I said before, the best steak I never had is the one I cook my goddamn self. That's real, cause I cook with charcoal. And I cook it with as much seasoning or as little seasoning as much. And me, sometimes I'll marinate my steaks for like a couple days before I throw them on the grill. So it's infused with some marinade or whatever. Yeah. So, house steak is always the best if you know what you're doing. Now, if your ass can't boil water, don't do it.
What you mean? I mean, steak ain't even hard. Like, steak ain't even particularly hard.
Oh, it's not even hard.
It's just hard.
Like, really.
Like A1 has a good New York marinade. I'm here for the A1 New York marinade. For a marinated steak, I'll go to, what is it, 131 Main? I think it's 131, 131, 151, one of those. It's three of them. I like their, some kind of marinated steak they have that's a ribeye. That's good. Yeah, I like a Sullivan's ribeye. That's good. Yeah, I ain't never got to have another Ruth's Chris steak of any sort out of the chicken. It's okay. And it's a place in Nashville that had like the best ribeye with the best herb butter. They could ship the herb butter to me. One of the few steaks I've ever had where I didn't need a steak sauce whatsoever. First time that I did not require a steak sauce, I was in shock, and I needed to take a container of that herb butter back here with me. It was Darfon in Nashville, if anybody's in Nashville.
Best steak I ever had was in Kansas City. It was like a bison steak, I want to say. Thing came out, I swear to God, looked like a T-Rex bone, dog. Like, when it came out, the thing was thick, probably about this big, dog. Like, straight up, just the whole steak. Man, they had to put no sauce on it, bro. Well buttered, you know what I'm saying? Like, well seasoned. And fed like 3 different people, dog. Like, everybody just cut that thing up and take. Oh, it's great. I can't remember.
I don't think I ever had no bison.
I ain't never had no bison. I don't even know what the fuck a bison.
I might have had a bison burger before, but I don't think I ever had the steak.
Yeah, bro.
I ain't never had no bison. That's the one for. I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to go find somebody with a goddamn bison.
So before we head out. I just want to mention a couple things about this quarantine shit. So one, I'm sick of people wearing masks in their car by themselves. Like, I don't know what's happening in your car. Why you got on some goddamn mop gloves and a mask on in your car? Like, this your car, nigga. Why?
It's just you.
It's just you in there. Like, I don't understand what's happening. What's happening in your car? Two, I am sick of not having no damn cleaning supplies. Like nigga, can I get a Lysol wipe?
Right, man. I ain't had no Clorox wipes in 2 weeks. I've been using some off-brand that I found at Target that I can only get 1 bottle of.
Bruh, have you tried to go buy Lysol? I cannot find Lysol disinfectant spray. Any type of aerosol disinfectant spray is non-existent at this point in time. So if you want it, you ain't gonna get it. So
I'm starting to think they're doing this shit on purpose.
I was so mad because, like, it's good because you spray it on it, wipe it down, it's done. Now you got to go get that bottle shit that you got to be careful with. So you got to apply it to something else and wipe and whatever.
I tell you what though, while I'm out here running, I treat people like that, like white women used to treat me when I was running. They would go over to the other side of the street. I was like, hey, it ain't fun when the mouse got the goddamn gun. Now I'm crossing the street on your ass. Like, hey, I don't trust you now. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what you got up there.
I don't know what you got going on at your house. I don't trust none of y'all. I'm crossing the street on little kids.
Little kid chasing you on the bike.
Exactly. Like,
Mister.
Get your kids. Say I'm way over there. I don't know what's going on at y'all house. Also, I'm just tired of, like, it's weird that I'm at home, but ain't nothing fun to do. Ain't no movies. Ain't no movies. Ain't nothing too long. Everything. Ain't no sports. Ain't no comic books. I can't read. It's like, nigga, like you want me to be in this house, but you also want me to be fucking bored. You know how excited I am? I am excited that Insecure is coming on tonight. That's how excited I am.
TV is excellent though. Now there are no sports, but TV is excellent.
What? Oh, I just can't with you. You one of those. I can't with you. I can't.
Between Hulu, Netflix, and Prime, you can't find nothing.
Yeah, but you can find a bunch of old movies that you've already watched. Because the other night I decided to watch Creed 2. Don't ask me why. I just did.
Did you not enjoy it?
I mean, it was worth enjoying, but Creed 2 is not the type of movie that you want to watch several times.
No, I agree. You correct.
Like, it's like, yo, bro, there's only so many times I can rewatch movies that I've already watched. There's only so many times I can find TV shows that I want to watch. It's like, I need new content, I guess is basically what I'm saying.
Have you watched Ozark?
I haven't yet because I'm scared to watch Ozark. Because if I watch Ozark, then what else I got?
Ozark is
you got Altered Carbon, you got Ozark,
I watched Altered Carbon. Seen it.
Both seasons?
Both seasons.
Okay. You got it's a couple more. It depends on what your genre is. The problem is the only genre I don't do is horror. So everything else is open for me. So I watch it all.
There's plenty of 900 episode animes out here you can get into.
For sure.
Oh my god.
Wait. I'm gonna tell everybody. This is a good time. If you haven't seen The Wire or haven't seen The Wire in a while, it's the best time.
It's time to watch it. Go watch that shit. The Wire's fucking dope. Wire's fucking amazing. And once again, I watched Ozark. I finished it. I went ahead and finished it. And if you haven't watched it, and you don't understand what it is to be bipolar, the brother at the end of season 3. It's like a perfect example of it. And you watch it and you're like, he doesn't seem so bad. He doesn't seem so bad. Oh my fucking God, why are you like this? Like, I promise you, if you watch the show, you will know exactly what I'm saying. When you see him, you're going to be like, oh, holy shit.
Okay, wait. I'm in like halfway through.
You can get that from Andre on Empire. He was just bipolar. He wanted to be. Oh, I was like, yeah, you acting real bipolar-ish. You real up and down, sir. Real up and down.
Yeah.
So there are things that...
Shameless? Have you ever watched Shameless? Shameless is a couple seasons in. Oh, watch Shameless. Frank Gallagher is the scum of the earth. Watch him. He'll keep you entertained. I also watched
Parasite the other day, which is
Parasite
movie, bro. Parasite is fucking
Parasite
dope.
Is subtitled though, right?
Yeah. I love it.
It's great.
I'm gonna do it. I got no choice.
You watch Narcos? Narcos is mostly subtitled.
Narcos is great. You'll be fluent in Spanish by the time you get to season 2.
Yeah.
I can even multitask and be like,
what Plomo is. I'll be like, Plata Plomo, silver or lead, motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, ma.
I guess at this point in time, it is time. I just have to dig in and just watch some shit.
You got time to read the subtitles. Where you got to be so that you ain't got time to read the subtitles.
You know what? Parasite, all these subtitle movies, what they mean is that you got to pay attention. These are not background shows. You're going to have to sit there and focus and watch this shit, because if you miss something, it's going to be important. You're like, what happened? Did he dead?
Oh, the perfect example, Westworld. Westworld is one of those types of shows.
I love Westworld, dog.
If you're not concentrating while you're watching Westworld, you are going to fuck yourself.
You got to. Because as soon as you miss 5 minutes, dog, you confused for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, I have actually went back and rewatched whole episodes of Westworld because like they got to the end and I was like, I don't understand. I gotta rewatch it. I gotta figure it out.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I started watching. And they said that season 2 got even more complex. I was like, if you
even more,
you damn sure I'm putting my hands up.
I was watching it and rewinding, going, where are we? Where are they? When are we?
That's the point.
Like I will admit that like Westworld probably is one of the best shows that HBO has done ever. Period. I can't find name a better HBO show.
Succession.
Newsroom,
Succession is the best one.
The Wire.
Succession is cool, but it doesn't have the same complexity that Westworld has.
Nah, bro. Succession has the best writing and some of the best acting on television right now, bro. Straight up.
I'm not taking anything from Succession, but Succession, if in actuality, if you skip pieces of Succession, you are still good because you still understand what is going on.
Yeah, but
Westworld, if you skip any piece of Westworld, you will not be caught up. You will not know what's going on.
So I like the complexity of Westworld too, but that's his downfall. You just heard two people be like, "Yeah, man, I had to rewatch all this shit. I gave up because it's too complicated." There's a lot of people that's like that. So like the complicatedness of your show doesn't mean that you have a better show. It just means you have a more complicated show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Succession is straight up about
the Newsroom.
Yeah, I did. I love that movie. I love that one too. Newsroom was good. I don't think it was like one of their best. I just like that third season was too weird.
Oh, listen, I said the first season. I ain't.
Oh, okay.
I ain't had none of that in there.
What about True Detective? Everybody?
True Detectives, the first season and the third season are good. The second season could just kill itself.
I've only seen the second one.
Oh, you messed up. The first one is amazing, and the third one, which got Mahershala Ali. Is it Mahershala?
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali, and he is excellent because he plays like himself in three different
times. It's awesome.
The only problem I have with the last one is that it's not always clear between him younger self and his middle-aged self. They are very, very similar. Like the difference between his middle-aged self, his younger self, and his older self, you're like, oh, you're definitely old. But it's not clear when he's younger and when he's middle-aged. You're like, I don't know what time period this is. I'm guessing because you got older kids.
Well, but you can actually tell the difference based upon his wife, because she is the real catalyst of what time period he's in. Because what type of relationship he has with her, and what type of relationship that they're interacting with. Because remember, in his old self, she's not there because she's dead. His young self, she is there, but only in a supplemental role because they're just getting to know each other. In the middle frame, they're actually married, and so that carries some different weight. So
don't spoil it. I might watch it.
If you're going to watch the first season first. The first season is like the best, and then watch the third season.
Yeah, because but the second season you just watched, I think with that one they just tried to put some shit out there. And it just sucked ass.
I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't have anything to compare it to though. So I didn't.
So if we're still talking about HBO shows, you gotta watch The Watchmen. Like The Watchmen is like.
You gotta watch The Watchmen.
I watched The Watchmen, and the best episode 8 is probably the best TV show I have ever watched. Episode 8.
Let me tell you something about The Watchmen.
That is
a fan of comic books. I was going to watch The Watchmen anyway. When I found out The Watchmen was black, it was blackity black. I was like, oh, nigga, you didn't have to do this. You didn't have to be this way. You black just for no reason. Like, I love it.
Wait. Have y'all rewatched it yet?
What?
No, I watched it the first time.
I started rewatching The Watchmen with my girl. She hasn't seen it. And like when you start to rewatch that shit, bro, this motherfucker writing is so tight that all the shit you seen at the last half of it, they are telling you it in the very beginning episode. In the first episode, the first thing you see with Angela is her beating eggs or something with eggs.
Really?
Wow.
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh
yeah, bro. Go look at the first episode again.
The only complaint that I have about Watchmen is that it's a slow burn. With any of those 8 to 13 episode arc shows, because that's one of the things that kills me about a Netflix show, is that with a Netflix show, at those first couple episodes, it's just I don't even know why I'm watching this, but you just get to a point where you're like, oh, now I see why I'm watching this. I can't get up.
Away.
But if you don't make it to that point, it's possible that they can lose you, and that's the reason why Netflix. A lot of times they end up canceling their shows because you watch 1 or 2 episodes and be like, I want to watch this shit, not realizing that it don't get good until episode 4, 5, or 6.
OA, I powered through and it was worth it on the last episode.
Oh,
OA.
I know. Which one? That's not the hunt. What's the OA about? I forget.
That's a Netflix show.
Yeah, it's Netflix. It's crazy. It's like Original Angel. I think it's crazy. It's really crazy and twisty, and you like, are they crazy in what's happening? But then in the end, at the very last episode, in the end, it was all worth it. It was all worth it, and they ended up having a second season. And I'm going to commit some time to it, but I'm like, I got to get mentally ready for this foolishness.
Netflix, they have a lot of shows that are good for 1 season, but after that, you like that shit sucks. Like, Dear White People. Dear White People to me is like the epitome of you were good for your 1 season. After that, I'm donezo.
I mean, their second season was all right. Their third season, terrible.
The OA crazy. It's super duper crazy. Worth it in the very last episode. Master of None, the second season is better than the first season, and the Thanksgiving episode is life.
I watched Master of None for like 2 episodes, and I remember thinking, one, Aziz Ansari is like the most unfunny motherfucker. I don't know who. I don't know who they had to do the show. I don't know why he's here. Like, I don't relate to none of this stuff. And I remember this was the first time I ever seen, one, even found out who Leah Waithe was, and 2, actually saw what she looked like. I was like, who the hell is? But she was already had a name for herself a little bit when I started watching it from the credit from the show. And I was like, oh, that's who that is. You know what I'm saying? Because she has some acting credits in that show a little bit.
Yeah. Just watch the second season and just watch the Thanksgiving episode. You ain't even gotta watch no other episode. Just watch the Thanksgiving episode. It gives you all of the backstory you need in that 1 episode. Watch the Thanksgiving episode. It is the best episode of Master of None.
Okay.
The best episode. Country Boy, you would like that episode. I would put money on it. Country Boy. You would like the Thanksgiving episode in season 2.
Of what show is that again? Master of None. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check out OA.
Shameless before OA. Because Shameless is like Tiger Kingdom. It's a train wreck. Like I said, Frank Gallagher is the scum of the earth. He's the scum of the earth.
The only reason I watched Tiger King is because people were talking about fucking Tiger King. Like, they were like, hey, what's this Tiger King show? And they started talking about, like, oh, and they were doing a play-by-play on Twitter. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I gotta watch it now because people keep talking.
I told you to, man. It's all right.
Yeah, the internet told me to. The internet told me it was funny. And then I binge watched it in the day, and I'm like, oh yeah, this was great. This was awful.
Yeah. No, anyway. Shameless before OA, because OA is an extremely slow burn. Shameless is immediate gratification because Frank Gallagher is the scum of the earth.
The watermelon dude?
No, not Gallagher. No.
I was like, what?
It's, William H. Macy, I think.
Yeah, William H. Macy.
He's the scum of the earth. Like, just when you thought that there was a horrible character that you have seen, Frank Gallagher is the worst character I've ever seen in life. He is the worst, not just father, he's the worst human being I have ever seen in life.
Wow. That's harsh.
The show is shameless. Just when you were like, okay, season 1 can't be any more shameless, like with season 2. Yeah, they are. And then you go, season 3 can't be more shameless than season 2. It is. Season 4, yeah, they're more and more shameless every season, and we like on season 7.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
gotta watch that shit, then.
It's its own train wreck.
Oh. Ooh.
So I guess we're gonna wrap this shit up.
Do we have to?
Doing it for hour 19 minutes, and my knees are starting to hurt.
Yeah, trying to get up, walk around, huh?
Trying to get up and walk around. Anyway, yeah, this has been real dope. Of course, man, we have made so many episodes. I drop episodes every single Friday. They're also on YouTube. We also doing this live stream every single week because we ain't got nothing to fucking do. So you can watch it, join us, talk, speak out. You can check out the cut at the cut _ podcast on IG, at the cut podcast 1 on Twitter. And
wait, do we have an email address?
Yeah, the cut podcast 1 at Gmail.
Okay, cool. Yeah, email us. Let's see what comes up through the email. Email us.
I've never had any. I mean, I've had people email me, but it's mostly like corporations. You know, when you sign up for stuff like this, I sign up for stuff like this through the email address. You need an email. I might as well give them that email.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all follow us, check us out, and we'll do this again sometime.
Next Saturday at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, at 3 o'clock. All right.
Yeah.